In order to appease the Dark Lords of YouTube, we are holding the comic book up like this. That way when I go to make a cover out of the first frame, or a thumbnail of the first frame of the video, I won't get in trouble for showing that, because YouTube's thumbnail thing will be like, oh no, that is bad, and you cannot have that as a thumbnail. Which is ridiculous, you know? But whatever. You can't fight the power too much. Oh boy. I'm not sure where to start with this, man. This story is just wild and all over the place. And finally, like, all the various threads of the previous 20 whatever issues plus, Sacred Six, like, it's all coming together. So we open up with this Fed, who's the son of the crazy guy from Arcadia, okay? Well, actually, he's the son of our Earth's version of the crazy guy from Arcadia, right? I don't even know. I don't even know at this point. Anyway, the crazy guy from Arcadia wants to kill this Fed. He wants to kill the Fed because the Fed is infected with the Dracula virus, which is going to turn him potentially into Dracula. Hence why he's here talking to the psychiatrist in Atlanta. The psychiatrist is going, he thinks he's Dracula. Now, we immediately flash back after those two panels to here, where he's waken up after having been kidnapped by Vampirella and her whole crew. That's obviously not Vampirella, but just work with me here, people. She's part of the crew, all right? Part of the crew. You got like the kids from Dracula, and you've got whatever her name is, but she's like the one that turns into. Jeez, the real daughter from. Oh my gosh, this is so crazy. She's the one that turns into the real daughter of Lilith from another universe or something. Like, it's very complicated. I can't even begin to explain to you how convoluted the shenanigans are in this book. What I can tell you, though, is stuff starts making sense. There's that guy I was talking about, what was his name, Shane or whatever. Hey, there it is. That's right there, Shane, the first man. So, like, you got Shane here. He wants to kill his son to stop vampires from existing on Earth, despite the fact that vampires already exist on Earth. Meanwhile, Vampirella is talking to some, like, vampire skull thing that's called, like, the Oracle, who then tries to kill her. Dude's got, like, magic. All kinds of crazy stuff is happening. And she is trying to talk with the Fed and going to see the psychiatrist. And so he goes to see the psychiatrist. And then that's where we kind of link up back with the start of the story. Honestly, all this jumping around through time that we do gets a little tiresome. And I'm looking for just the right page to flip to here. Sorry for not showing anything. Yeah, so there's the FBI agent like 20 years prior when he's a kid. There she is rescuing him from whatever, somebody was doing stuff to her or to him to. Oh, it was like the vampire cultists or something where they had like captured him. And anyway, the Scarlet Legion, who are like these armed nuns. Vampirella hangs around with a lot of armed nuns, doesn't she? Are gonna like try to kill the kid to keep his virus from turning him into Dracula. Meanwhile, Vampirella's like, no, you're not gonna do that. Fight breaks out. Like, there's just so much going on in this book. It really feels like we have like compressed like decades of comic books into like 2 issues, man. Like, it's there's so much going on. 2 different art styles, 2 different artists, which is kind of fine because they take place in 2 different time periods. So I'm okay with art changes when we're talking stuff like that. This one artist very much has kind of a, I don't know how to describe it. It's kind of Michael Turnerish, but not really. Kind of look to it. It's nice. It's stylish and slick. I can get down with that, and I just like whacked my headset for no reason because I'm over here gesturing wildly like a madman as I'm talking to you. The book, like, actually, the last couple issues had me kind of going, I don't know what's going on here. I like the shirt. Bite me. I didn't know how I felt about it, but as we're drawing to a conclusion, also there'd be something cool on the back of the book I could show you. But as we're starting to draw to a conclusion of what's going on here, because I guess issue 25 is supposed to be the end of this. I don't really know, but hey, if it is, I think the stuff that's being advertised as what's going to be happening in the next issue is going to tie everything up the last 2 years of these Vampirella related books from Christopher Priest. I think it's going to tie it all up like very nicely together. So I'm really looking forward to it. This was a fun read. It started tying loose ends and knots up and making things make sense that didn't make sense like 6 issues ago. I don't do reviews of these books very often because I can't explain what's going on in them half the time. There's just too much happening. They are simultaneously full of things and nothing happens. And that's a weird dichotomy that my brain has a lot of trouble processing. If you've been on the Vampirella ride so far, don't jump off before the last issue. And if you haven't been, maybe you should go look for this stuff in trade. It's pretty cool reading. Bye bye.